I'm Michael Kamler, and I'm interviewing Professor Dr. John Casti, the author of nearly 24 serious non-fiction books on science. But today, I'm talking to him about his new book, a work of fiction, which he calls a new kind of love story. And as he'll explain, the subject of this book, a romance between a person and a robot that powerfully resembles a human, even down to real human skin grown in a lab. This is becoming less fiction and closer to fact every day. John, you're one of the world's greatest experts on complexity science. Besides all the books you've written about it, the Encyclopedia Britannica tapped you to write their entry on complexity science. In all those years of writing serious books, did the fictional part kind of store up and build up in you over time?
Well, sort of. I think I said it at the beginning was a half joke. Even when I was writing nonfiction, there was the odd reviewer who accused me of writing fiction anyway. So at some point I thought, well, if you're going to accuse me of writing fiction, I might as well do it.
You say it's a new kind of love story. What could be new? Hasn't every kind of love story possible been told?
Not with robots. Between humans to humans, almost every kind has been told, but the robots are a new player in this game. And this is a love story that involves a humanoid robot that is something that is just now starting to gain some attention and some traction.
What's your new book about in one sentence?
The story is really about how are the interactions between the human and the robot, and does it work if you have a robot that looks exactly like your former girlfriend but isn't your former girlfriend?
How do you feel about some people, even people who haven't read the book yet and just heard about it, commenting online and starting to use the title JEMINI, and a deeply symbolic relationship between human and a robot? I'm asking because I saw a joke posted online the other day when someone said, I'm such a neat freak, I'm turning into JEMINI with my Roomba, talking about the robotic vacuum cleaner. So I'm just curious if you had that usage in mind when you came up with the title.
Okay, well, first of all, I did not have that usage in mind. And in fact, I think most people don't even know what that title means because it's Japanese. The title. That's a Japanese word. It's not an English word. And it's a Japanese word for what in English we call Gemini, with a G, not a J. But the real title of the book, what the book is really about, is the subtitle, A New Kind of Love Story.
Isn't there always a bit of reality in fiction?
Or a little fiction in reality? It goes both ways. But yes, I think you're right. In fact, it's very often there's a lot of reality in fiction. You take the real life situation and you just massage it just a little bit here and there, and all of a sudden you have a best-selling novel.
The new book from John Casti, JEMINI, A New Kind of Love Story. Before humans and machines become one, they become JEMINI.